Hello, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and guests. My topic of debate is about male and female dancers' shape and forms and what producers see for auditioners and how they depict from little small features that they don't get to the part. I personally feel that this is a big issue for dancers around the world as they get to a point in life where they find a great audition to go to and they do amazingly well, yet they don't get the part because you're not what they're looking for. It's crazy to think how many talented dancers are out there that haven't been spotted because they're not the form of dancers people think of. For example, people think male dancers should not be too big but nicely toned in the muscles and tall and have to be good looking. Then the female should be an average height, slim, small chested and pretty. Anyone who doesn't fit in those genres don't get parts that they deserve. Many dance companies do look for some sort of particular look. For example, DV8 Lloyd Newson goes for people who have strong core muscles and are able to push their bodies beyond form and shape. But on the other side, companies like Matthew Bourne, the ballet dance company, he doesn't care about the shape or the image or what they look like. It's about the skills in what they want to do and how they're motivated to dance all the time. I went round asking dancers at my college about their thoughts about the rules for dance shapes and form for auditions to see what our generation thinks towards their future life.
On application forms,
You've got to put your weight.
and things like
Yes,
that.
how do you think about what do you like
And then
your views about it?
you have a body assessment as well. So when I heard of that initially, it made me feel a bit uncomfortable. But then
doubt yourself.
once you kind of get the knowledge behind why they do it, it's okay because they assess your body just to see if you can cope with the training, and so whether you're physically capable to cope with the training. Because
I think
obviously
it can be intimidating for some people. I think it can really low.
Because sometimes you can't help the way you're built, and then I think some people get discriminated because of the way they are built.
Yeah,
it's
when
not
I think-
something to do with weight, it's bones.
Because I've been at camps when there's been really big girls who have got just insane technique,
Yeah.
brilliant. But just because if you looked at them, you go, she's not a dancer.
thing is though, some of it when they do the body assessment, they're probably just looking for curves in your spine.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to take up the training if you've got a really a curve in your spine. Or what else is that they say?
Things to do with your feet as well,
What like
your
your
hips and things like that.
Yeah.
Like ballet is extreme.
So do you think it's a bit they're a bit extreme, or is it less
I think it depends what you're going for.
Yeah.
If I wanted to go hop over to the Royal Ballet School now, I'd have no chance because my lordosis in my spine is that.
Yeah, because you have to be built.
You have to be-
You've got to be built. a
If
certain
you're
way.
going for that sort of company, you've got to be built that right way. You've got to be trained since you were this big to be successful in it. But if you're going to a different sort of company that's more sort of open, you have more.
So it depends on where you go.
It depends where you're going. It depends and it depends how serious you are about you doing it.
Like ballet, there's a real expectation to fit in with curve to it's kind of an exact kind of image that they want to portray, but in vocation it's a bit different because there's a bit more flexibility in what you can be like in like in the West End, or if we go to London studios, my friend said there was loads of different shapes and sizes, smaller girls, taller girls, bigger girls.
So I have a friend at my dance school who I danced with from when she was little, and she's not size 0. She's about the size she's a 10 to 12, and now she's gone off and been teaching at the back. Well, she's been training at the ballet school, and now she's at the dance exchange, and she taught. So if you did Sleeping Beauty, didn't you?
Yeah,
Steph Bentley.
Oh
She was one of the choreographers for that now, and she's not a size
yeah, but then
0.
if you looked at her, you wouldn't say, oh, she's
One of my students is a size 16, big black girl, and she makes a living teaching workshops. It doesn't have to be.
As you can see, they've put their point across very clearly and know that it will be crazy because of this search of image and shape. I went and did more research on different companies' auditions from the past and found Matthew Bourne's description and what he's looking for. And he says, what I look for is a passion of movement, because often I'm looking for a performer who will eventually need to act as well as dance. And I believe that the passion of wanting to give to an audition, to connect, to show them what they're trying to say is that the first stepping stone towards acting. Also, I look for people who have an individual attitude towards what they do, and that's because if you're telling stories on stage, it needs to look like the real world. Particularly if you want to work and connect with a larger audience, they need to be able to relate to the people they see on stage. So I try to get a big range as possible shapes, sizes, looks, and backgrounds. Now I'm going to do a little survey and get to see you and your views on my topic. You ready? Okay, now firstly, I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you just did it in a big audition. You did jumps and flips and movements that no one could control, and the directors really loved you, but they looked at you carefully about your image, and they didn't get it, and you didn't get it because of your very big feet, and they didn't like the look of them. How would that make you feel? Now open your eyes and write down how that would make you feel. Time's up. There's a piece of paper on your table with more questions for you to fill out. Once you're done, please leave them on the table so they can be collected at the end. Thank you and good night.